Okay, hello and welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You, the show where I am a nice GM and no one appreciates me. Today we're playing Scum and Villainy.
Pull us out.
Sorry, Evie did earlier accuse me of trying to kill people, so I was like, that's not true.
That's what the choice.
No, it's not. It's not trying to kill you.
Keeping today off, right?
Yeah, exactly. Today we're playing Scum and Villainy, which is our space capers game. I think capers is the correct term. I have with me four lovely humanoids of various kinds.
I'm not a humanoid. Take it back.
You have two legs and two arms and a head.
Orov, she's not a humanoid.
Oh.
And neither,
Wait,
but
no. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, no, we're not. I'm referring to to you, Ray, the humanoid.
Making a lot of assumptions there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never see Ray like outside of this context. Like, so all of the photos of you like in like out and about and things could be faked. You could be like a tentacle monster.
I'm fake.
Ray is a Japanese.
I was gonna say
Vocaloid construct.
Ray is a Vocaloid. 100%.
Starting so strong today. So strong.
I mean, like, I've made this rule of like, hey Ash, try not to start like say okay every time you go live, and I still do it. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Professionalism is for dweebs. Evie, hi. How are you doing?
So great. I'm already that we're all back together again. It's been a few.
Why is DC trying to hypnotize us?
And Ray is gone.
I'm trying for you, DC. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Please,
yeah.
viewers.
I was like, before the thing, I was like, hey,
Adjust
I'm a bit out of it today. Could we all work together to create like a cohesive stream? So I'm glad we're all working really hard on that.
We're working together. This is the team that you're here to see, dear viewers, and many of you already know what you're in for. If this is your first viewing of our show, welcome.
It's a weird place to join in, but you're totally welcome. So Evie, hi, hello. Who are you, and what the fuck have you been doing?
Okay, so I'm playing Red. Is
DC is lighting a candle.
DC like on their own little realm right now. All right, okay, let's talk about space. Let's try this. Try this, pals. Okay, so my character is Ren. She's a human tough, basically. Her character type is the muscles, so she's all about big guns and big stompy boots. And most recently, she involved in kidnapping.
Of a sort, yeah.
Do we want a retrieval of a person?
Yes, I think that's an appropriate description.
And the point we're at now, we're kind of deciding what final thing we're going to do with them.
Yeah. My memory of last week is a little foggy, so we'll definitely have to go over what the fuck happened. But next, I wanted to formally say hi to Ray. Hi, how you doing?
Hello. Sorry for role-playing too early.
You just that look. It happens to plenty of people. It's perfectly normal. You don't need to be ashamed of it.
Hi, I'm Ray. My face hurts already.
Yeah, this is a problem with this game.
We are very silly, but my pronouns are they them, which is not silly, and my character is also not silly at all. Is a tiny squid that lives in a suit.
And my character's pronouns are also they, them, but they're trying on their pronouns she, her, because that's their suit is feminine. So, like, they're seeing how it feels. I'm very tired, but I'm ready.
Yeah, how's your voice?
My voice is not too bad, actually. I think I had like a half-hour rest, so I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I've been singing. I sang for like 5.5 hours, so
it was a pretty good celebration stream. Ray was doing Rock Band, and we made them sing Total Eclipse of the Heart, which was a lot.
I missed that.
I sang it twice. I sang it twice because the person who requested it dipped out and missed it, so then I sang it.
You came back and did it again? Oh my gosh! Wow.
Oh my gosh!
Did you feel like you were stronger or more worn out the second time?
I was definitely stronger on it because it was kind of fresher in my memory. But I just love ballads. It's a secret about me. I swore I would never tell anyone, but now
you've told the internet. That was very wise.
Like power ballads, though.
Oh yeah.
Very rock and roll.
Yeah, I love it. I fucking love those power ballads.
Solid.
Yeah, but also I like doom metal. Just to be clear.
Just to keep it on brand.
Yeah. Cammy, speaking of keeping it on brand, how are you?
Hi, I'm Wayne from Wayne's World. I've just realized. I'm Cammy. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing Dr. Loki Skylizard, the certified medical professional. They use he, him pronouns now that they've adopted that identity, because that's what their documentation says. They're we're going to say organic mechanic. They're a cyborg clone person that ran away from the cyborg from the clone mafia
factory.
Yeah,
the Yaru.
And the Yaru. Not everyone knows who the Yaru are.
No, I'm just like, yeah. For those.
You're right. I did forget the name. Yeah, and so they do doctoring and they do mechanicking. So they just keep the crew and the ship together. DC, cut it out. Serious time.
DC. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Cammy. DC.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Hello.
Hi.
It is I.
Hello, it's you. It could be no one else, DC. It could be no one else.
I'm feeling a little weird too.
Yeah. Okay. We're all in that. We're all in that space of just being a little bit out of it. All right. We're gonna see what happens today. Then it's gonna be exciting.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. What's your entire deal?
Well, my name is DC. My pronouns are they and them. I am a game designer, and I am working on a game currently called Mutants of the Night. And also, I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays here on twitch.television. You can find me.
worldwideweb.twitch.television
.com/Dungeon Commander.
Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure. Worldwide Web.
Hey, Cammy, it's serious time.
DC, who are you playing in this pretend game that we do on the internet as adults for other adults, and some people put money towards?
I play Thane, a very serious he/him. He is a scoundrel. He likes to have orgies
with jelly.
And yeah, he absorbs jelly through his undergills. They're officially called undergills now. These are just gills, but the undergills are...
Well, they're the gills that are under the gills, yeah. Like vertical.
So,
yeah.
And
it's like a substrate, but for gills.
He wears a... Actually, now he wears a very westerny duster and black suit outfit as we went shopping a while back. I don't know what he's doing currently because I was gone last week. But
you're gonna get
maybe
a bonus
napping?
downtime action to explain yourself.
Probably napping.
Fashion show.
It was
I'll
good.
never forgive
We weren't the one that was absent. I'm sorry.
We'll go on another one.
Yeah, we'll have to do another one. It'll have to happen.
We just have to get enough cred to do another crew upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. Every crew upgrades should always be fashion shows.
And a new identity for Dr. Loki Skylizard.
Yeah. Cool. Well, so okay. So, for DC's benefit and also me, the GM, does anyone want to try and explain what happened last time?
We got money, and Arav is out excited because Arav, who is the pilot and not at all the suave role that Thane is, did all the negotiating for the money, and it worked out pretty good.
It worked out great. They did really good.
Yep.
Well, shall we go
balls
back
and
yeah.
So
go back a little further?
We talked to Ren's friend, and then they hooked us up with the sleazy dude.
Yeah, so my pal Chunzek, who's a bounty hunter, who is on this same planet, Silvus, but we're on the dodgy side, and he's on the
slightly less.
I was gonna say the glam side, but that's that's a big lie. And he hooked us up with someone named Milo who works at a hotel, yeah? And a person had recently trashed their very fancy suite and then legged it without paying their bill. So the hotel wanted this person back. Sorry, Ray, what was that?
I was just butting in as always. So we went on a cruise. Sorry, I'll let you tell it.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's exactly what happened. We tracked this person to a cruise ship, and so we went on a cruise. A cruise spaceship, obviously, not a cruise ship that goes on water, because that would be ridiculous. It's space.
I mean, why would you bother?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how silly. But first we found a suitcase in the room, didn't we, Cammy? And there was some kind of genetic coding.
Yeah, just big hard drives, like not fancy space hard drives, like magnetic discs, so they're supposed to last forever, full of something or someone's genetic code. I'm guessing it was the big guy's code because he was the one that had it. I don't know.
And also he was pretty like hulked out, wasn't he? He seemed to be not naturally hugely big and tough, but it seemed to be like a Bane from Batman kind of a situation.
Yeah, he was, I think he was like 7 feet tall and like 3 times as wide on the top as bottom. Like he was...
Yeah,
described him as an upside down triangle.
Yeah, he is gorilla proportions.
Right.
Was he cute?
Who did we decide he was? What will we... Oh my gosh, he was Peter Andre. So he was Peter Andre, a famous musician of the early 90s.
And then we got really sad about Peter Andre.
Then we looked at pictures of Peter Andre and got sad.
He's had a hard life. Poor Peter.
Bless him. A couple of us actually watched the Mysterious Girl music video after the stream had finished and just freaked out at one another about that particular video clip.
Yep.
But that's outside of the story.
Yeah. But you did manage to capture him?
Yes.
So we captured him after finding that he was also being pursued by the Yaru. Yeah. And was he also tracking them? Didn't we find some like maps and things in his room?
He definitely had a what's the word? A crazy person mood board?
Like with all the pieces of string and whatever.
Yeah.
A conspiracy theorist.
A conspiracy board. That's the one.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? It's funny that you describe that, just as an aside, as someone described my brain like that recently.
Oh my god.
So
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I like.
Whoa.
Yeah, solidarity on the on that on the crazy person bullshit. But yeah, he had a murder board in the like in the sense of a person who does the potential murdering. But
and
yeah,
a guy locked up in a box.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
He was
So we
impersonating. He was
Burrows.
impersonating an author.
Yes.
Who we found locked in a box, yeah, and rescued. And there was a very helpful staff member on board the cruise ship who got super into helping us out.
Yes, that's right.
I wish I could remember her name.
Her name was, because I've got it here in the roll list. Her name was Harriet.
Nice. Harriet.
I was gonna say Emily, but it's like the same kind of old-fashioned name. Yeah, nice.
Harriet, our little fangirl.
Yeah. And then so you captured him and took him back to the
Hotel.
We took him back to the hotel wherein Oroch did their incredible negotiating and got us some sweet, sweet cash. But the hotel didn't want us to keep. They didn't want to keep this person. Yeah, that's right. In the form of a teenage girl tantrum. Oh gosh.
That's right. Yes.
I stomped my feet angrily.
Yeah. But yeah, so now you have custody of a gentleman,
an unconscious, quite large Peter Andre guy.
Yep.
And we were considering at the end of the last episode whether we now wanted to get more money by handing him over to the Yaru. That's a thing that's on the table for us.
That's right. We have to discuss that.
Yeah. So probably we need to go back to our Gardens of Babylon hotel room and chat about that.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Do we think? I think we've finished a mission, so we could do some downtime.
Sure.
And we just try and keep track of the fact that you have a fella. Like he's gonna wake up at some point.
Yeah, I think that Dr. Sky Lizard has been keeping him under, but that won't last forever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Have you just been dosing with opioids? Is that what was happening? Yeah, okay.
Dosing, sharing.
That's right, I remember now. It was one for you, one for me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Illicit drugs. I think I ended up using mine as well at some point, but I can't remember. Maybe I gave them so we could do it twice. I can't remember.
Yeah. All right. So I guess my question is, before we hit downtime, what do you do with the fake Mr. Burrows?
Oh.
Do we contact Aura? Can we do that?
I mean, you can jump on the phone, yeah, on the comm, as it were.
What job does Aura have again? Remind me what she is.
Info broker,
an info broker,
seller person.
Not a person broker, but like maybe that she might be able to find information for you. What do you want to get out of her?
We just like offloading illegal things to her.
Yeah, she doesn't like that. She dislikes that.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, Chonzek is a bounty hunter and might be able to, see if there's more of a...
I mean, yeah, like Chonzek will happily turn him over to the Yaru for you and take the money.
Didn't Thane
You
have
could give him a cut.
a contact that is a dealer?
That was Aura.
That was
I think.
Aura. She specifically she really likes it when you tell her information that's illegal. She doesn't like it when you put something like physically illegal in her hands that people could find and be like, you have an illegal thing.
No
tried
fun.
Tried us to get rid of something like that, didn't she?
Yeah, she was literally getting you to get rid of something. Yep.
Isn't that how we crashed our ship?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, Rhapsody.
Which still isn't fixed, right?
No.
No, it's still.
Oh no, definitely not. But we've been making money so that we can pay for
We
fixing.
do have money now. Yeah.
Yep. So this downtime would be a really good time to put some of that towards towards fixing things up. But the point is, if you have this guy on like, if you're trying to like maintain this guy, it's going to take a long-term project roles to keep him sedated during your downtime, right? Like if you don't want to just hand him off or just dump him in the street or whatever you want to do.
I think giving him to Chonzek is a good idea, as long as Chonzek actually gives us a cut, a large, like 80%.
I feel like it would be us giving him a cut for doing the handover, really. Like,
yeah,
you know, he's really only doing the transport. We've done all the hunting down, so
yeah.
I guess we just don't want to. We don't want to deal with the Yarrow directly because that would be bad.
Yeah.
For Doctor's name, who I'm really bad with because it's changed. I'm really sorry.
Dr. Loki Sky Lizard.
Yeah. Also,
it's so catchy. It just rolls off the tongue.
If you in the journal, you should be able to see everyone's character sheets. So you should be able to see all of the names of all the characters. Which is a handy way to remember. Cool. All right. So what does that look like? Because do we because he's in the northern hemisphere, but he can come down if there's a payday.
Yeah. I mean, I think we just call him, right? We just called him before.
Yeah. So like, I think we don't need to like role play that out specifically, but I think we give him a call. We get like a quick shot with like no audio, but like we're like montaging it of like. You on the holo to Chonzek, who has like slatted novelty shades on at the time and seems to be hungover, but he's happy to come down and like pick up the dude, and if the Yaru are looking for him, like, you know, that sounds like a payday. He's so yeah. The question is, how much of a cut is he gonna give you? Because like, it's an unknown payday, right? He doesn't know how much. So yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll come take him off your hands, and I won't even charge you for it. It's free, you know, free service. I'm like a bin. I'll bin for you.
Okay.
In his trash.
We know this.
So yeah, he's offering you a free service of captive disposal.
Wow.
It's got to be like 70-30 or something.
I mean, yeah, he's just not charging you to get rid of this dude. Is where he's starting. Yeah,
so I guess we need to tell him. I'm gonna actually leave it out to everyone else because Orv's comms are fried. So probably not the best person to.
Oh no.
I mean, it's
we have to explain to him. We have to explain to Chonzek who this guy might be and why the Yaru are interested in him.
Sure.
And also don't explain how we're involved.
Yeah, Ren, how are you handling this?
I think I would want to be fairly upfront with him because I actually have an ulterior motive with Chonzek right now. Which plays into my downtime stuff because he and I used to be in the military together, and I'm still trying to chase up exactly what happened with my military discharge. So when he is here, I would want to talk to him about that and try and find out what he knows. So I want to like be in his good graces for that. So I think that I would be pretty upfront with him saying, you know, this is the situation, this is the guy. I don't want anything to happen to you, so I want you to be fully prepared that this is the situation that you're walking into. And I know you're willing to do it for free, but we're going to offer you 1/5, like you're an equal member of our crew right now.
So, okay, so you're offering to pay him money?
Yeah, for him to have a cut of whatever it is that the Yaru give us for him. So the bigger, the better his negotiation with the Yaru.
Right. Okay. Because he's like,
the better his cut.
Yeah. Because he's of the opinion that he gets all of the money from the Yaru, so that you don't have to deal with them.
Oh, that's super cute. No. We've worked together a lot before, and yeah, I don't think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, what skill?
I'm gonna play very ignorant on that, I think, and just be like not understanding that that's his thing.
Is this a sway?
Let's see.
I don't know, what action are you using? So he rocks up. I think he rocks up here, right? Like you've organized for the pickup, and so yeah, he shows up. It's okay. He shows up on on a swoop, and that is like it's like a hog swoop, and has like a little like hover trailer attached to it with that you can like that has like a little cage for that you could fit a person in. It'd be awkward to fit this guy in, but you could probably do it. But yeah, he like rocks up. He's like he rocks up at the thing and he's like, yo, like that is a way longer trip than I thought it was. Planets are actually really big when you're not like hyperdriving.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
He's like, okay, so yeah, if you want to load it up, I'll hook this guy. I'll get rid of this guy for you.
Yeah, well, actually, that's not quite what I had in mind. See, I was hoping that you and I might be able to have a bit of a chat, and perhaps this little trip would be the perfect opportunity for it. So how about I back you up on this trip, which you'll undoubtedly need. There's at least 2 of them, and you don't tend to go into things particularly well armed. So I'll back you up.
Yeah, but they're Yaru, like they're all weedy fucks. It's not like it's like, have you seen those guys? They're nothing to worry about.
I have seen those guys. In fact, I've seen them very recently, and I think that perhaps you're taking this a little too lightly. So I'll tell you what, soldier, why don't we get back to our old way of things?
That sounds like
and
a
work as a team.
Roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Nicely done.
Okay, so what's the deal on this roll?
So how much coin should he give you for the body?
Oh, okay.
Right? Like this is the thing, right? Like he's not gonna know how much he's gonna get off the Yaru. But like, yeah, so he can just give you an amount. He'll have to give you an amount up front, and then make an assumption about how much he's going to get from the Yarrow in the end. Which is why he's just saying, "Well, I'll do it for free."
Right. Okay.
Right.
Well, what do we think, pals? Because I think that we probably would discuss this sort of thing beforehand, knowing what kind of money we can expect for things like this. Money is like my worst part of games. I'm so bad at money.
Like 6 creds, or maybe even start a little bit higher, because he's probably going to try and negotiate down.
You're gonna try and charge him, so you're gonna try and get him to give you 6 creds for the body.
That's like,
Oro's is our negotiator, and I love it.
I feel like we could start there.
I mean, sure. If you want to, if that's where you want to set it, that's cool. So that is currently risky and no effect.
Okay.
I.e., if you succeed, it won't do anything, because. So
does that mean standard? Because I don't.
No, there should be is there an option in there for no effect for effect level?
No, okay, standard, limited, great.
So the point being that I'm pretty sure if it's no effect, then you don't roll. It's just because even if you were to succeed, it wouldn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Right. The point being,
it's too.
He laughs at you.
He's like, that's madness, right? Like that's enough to buy. That's enough to buy 2 of these bikes he's riding. Right. Like, yeah. Like 6 cred is the maximum he could possibly hope for to get from the Yaru, right? Like so you're effectively saying he gets no cut, even if he performs exceptionally well in the thing. He's looking at somewhere between 3 and 4 cred would be a reasonable amount for him to get from the Yaru, if he gets paid at all and they don't just try and kill him.
I think 2 is fair.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 2, then we're looking at
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to try and rip him off. Like I'm actively trying to get his help now. So
I mean, you've already got a payday out of this guy, out of this guy. Yeah. So like, 1 or 2, like 1 will have him on side. 2 will be he'll accept and be a bit bitter about.
Okay. Okay, in that case, I'm going to tell the crew that I'm going to ask him for 2, and I'm going to actually ask him for 1 because I want
this is
to be
controlled and standard.
Okay, controlled.
If you're only asking for 1, then there's nothing too bad is going to happen because, like, that's a very reasonable deal. Yeah, cool, nice. Excellent.
And it's a 5.
Yeah, so I think the 5. I think the 5 is just that, like, he's very much like, okay, let's go, let's do this job, right? And you're like, let's, talk about other stuff, and he's like, he is high, right? Like, it's so obvious that he's like, yeah, he's jacked up on space.
He's been enjoying the fruits of Sylvis.
Yeah, exactly. He's jacked up on space meth. He wants to go and give a guy to some like weird gene modders and get some more money for more space meth.
Yep, cool. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but like, so yeah, when you try and like get that conversation about like what happened, that if you want to do that, that's going to be like at a disadvantage, right? Like you're going to be in a risky.
Thinking that was a downtime action thing because I have a long term that they call it for.
Yep, that sounds good. All right,
for that. So
cool. So yeah, the point being, he's like, he got you to drop you off on Nightfall because he has a habit, right? Like as a part of things, right? And it's like, this is a good place for living a certain kind of lifestyle that he really agrees with. It's not a very long lifestyle, but it's a lifestyle.
Sure.
He is a candle that burns twice as bright.
Chonzek.
Yeah.
Burning the midnight oil at both ends.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like in the military, Chonzek was a guy who at one point was like, we don't need like cannons to fire artillery. We can just run up to people and throw the shells at them, right? Like. That's like
like in Fallout 4.
Is that a thing in Fallout? I don't know.
The super mutants run up to you with mini nukes and go, and then you get an achievement called touchdown.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, Chonzek has always been the person who's been like, let's go hard and fast, right? And Nightfall absolutely agrees with him on that. But yeah, so you get a coin out of him. And yeah, he puts. I think like we get this shot of like loading the captive into the like weird zoo cage on the back of a motorbike, and then like him riding off, and the captive like waking up just as he's like getting into the distance, and the whole bike going, and just as it like disappears behind a building. But that's not your problem anymore. Good job. You got an extra coin out of it.
Cool. Should we pop that into like Rhapsody funds?
You put that wherever you like, Ren.
I'm going to put that in Rhapsody funds.
Oh, that's so honorable of you.
Well,
just walk back. He wouldn't give us any money. Also, check out my new suit.
Also, I have a new gun.
Yeah, it's right. Exactly. Cool. So we've got our payoff. We aren't doing upkeep. Did we do heat already?
I think we didn't do any. We didn't do any last time. I don't think.
I think we did heat. I don't think we did entanglements.
We haven't done entanglements. I often leave entanglements till the next round if we're at that point. Does someone want to tell me what's our wanted level in the Breck system?
I think we went up 1 the last time, didn't we?
Probably.
Wanted in Breck is 1.
Cool. All right. And does someone want to roll me a d6 on the entanglements table? Someone, please. You are slippery, so you actually get to roll 2, I think, and choose your. Is that what have we got the slippery upgrade?
No, we have the passing through.
Oh, we have passing through. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, rolling a d6 on the wanted level 1 table. There we go. Awesome. So, that is interrogation.
That's not a good word.
That's not a good
That
word.
sounds fun.
Yeah. I think this makes sense for this to be so system officers round up one of the PCs to question them about the crew's crimes. How did they manage to capture you? Either pay them off with 2 cred, or they sweat it out of you, so you take two level 2 harm, and you tell them what they want to know. In which case you get +2 heat as well. So you can either pay or get beat up and get extra heat.
I was going to suggest that it was Thane because he doesn't actually know anything, and that it could be like locked in, like woven into whatever it is that he's been doing with his time.
Where's Thane been? Really being beaten up by cops.
Yeah.
Maybe
that feels really nasty of me to say. Sorry.
Let's get consent for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels not
Who
very
nice. Who wants to put their hand up for having been beaten up by cops?
I'm kind of quite beaten up. I'm kind of.
I'm fine with it. I don't have any damage, so mechanically it's fine for me. But also, like, if anyone's going to be seen with a guy in a cage, it was just me, so that kind of makes some sense.
That makes sense. So here's the question: do you pay them off, or do you take the beating?
Oh no, I'd absolutely take the beating. Screw those guys.
Okay, whoa, so right. What does this torture scene look like, and are you resisting the harm or the heat? Because I'm picturing that is it Casino Royale, the one where he's like tied to the chair?
It's like jeez, wow. Whoa. Yes, it is, and wow.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I mean, it has to be one of those classic scenes where there's like very threatening low conversation, and then the camera cuts to outside the door, right? And there's just shouting from outside the door, and the 2 heavies on either side of the door are just like no expression on their faces.
Do you want to resist the harm or the heat?
What's our heat like at the moment?
More heat will get you up to you're clear for heat because you just went up to the wanted level 1.
Oh, okay. So what does that mean mechanically for us?
So heat is when heat fills up, you increase your wanted level, and wanted level is how much the cops come after you for your crimes.
So how many heat would we take? 2, did you say?
2. Yeah.
And
so that's pretty
bar
safe.
Is how many? I would do that.
Yeah, I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8.
I would do that, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, you take the heat, but but you also take the harm, or did you want to resist the harm?
Do I roll to resist the harm?
Yeah, both of them are consequences that can be rolled to resist. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, the heat would so rolling to resist the heat would be let me have a look. Rolling to resist the heat would be insight, whereas rolling to resist the harm would be prowess.
And is this one of my downtime actions? Is that how that works?
No, this isn't a downtime action. This is just you are resisting a thing that is happening to you.
Oh, well, in that case, I might as well try to resist both, right? There's no reason why I shouldn't try that.
Yeah, I mean, it just means that it's just that you are at stress 7 out of 8.
Oh yeah,
resisting almost always gives you stress, so you are likely to take a trauma.
But you do know what happens when your stress maximizes.
Yeah.
You could go the Cammy route.
I mean, why not, right?
All right.
Why not?
So shall we?
So
we cut to the outside of this thing. I think a young cop excuses himself from behind this locked door and closes it behind him and looks to the 2 guys and goes, I think he's going to go proper bad cop on him. I don't want to be in there. And then we just hear, tell me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to take the harm and try and resist the heat to start with and see if that stresses out and gets me trauma.
Sure.
So cool. Insight?
Yeah. Insight or resolve? Let me just see what the description is.
Okay.
It's actually resolve because it's whether or not you give up the answers.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. Let's do this. Resolve 6.
No stress taken. And the heat
Nice.
and the heat is reduced down to 1, so you only take 1 heat instead of 2.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to try and resist the harm as well, and see if it gives me a trauma. Then fine. So this is prowess.
This one's prowess, yeah.
All right. Let's do this. Come on, baby.
Okay, so you take 2 stress from that.
All right. So that hits me down.
So you take level 1 harm,
maximum,
which is instead of level 2 harm, and that's just beaten. Or rather, bruised because it's level 1. Beaten would be level 2.
Bruised. Yeah. Okay.
And that's from like the guy being like, "No, I'm just going to hit you until you tell me the answers," and you being like, "Ha ha ha, ha fuck you." What does Ren do when this guy's got you tied up and is like just like using you as a punching bag? Because this will tell us like which trauma you take, right? Like this will be about the trauma you take.
Okay, so I think she's military, right? So she does that military thing where all she does is give, is it your rank and your name and rank? Is that?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. She just goes straight back to military training.
Cool. What trauma does that make?
Is it cold, maybe?
It sounds like cold.
That's kind of the one that's jumping out at me.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, the only other possibility, I guess, is obsessed, that she then like goes right back to getting pretty hooked on her whole, military mystery thing.
Yep. Yeah, up to you.
No, I think cold. Cold's the one that jumped out at me, so.
Cool, sounds good. So yeah, you get XP when you just like don't give a fuck about like feelings and things and just get the job done.
Oh, that's such a shame. Ren was really starting to get into this whole space family thing.
Yep. No.
Wanna hug?
I mean, it's up to you, so.
Do I want a hug? Oh, right. Oh dear.
So yeah, so like, what do we see of you like returning to the crew? Are you like limping, or are you like straight and sharp?
Yeah, I think she's like taken some hits to the torso, so I think she's kind of not limping, but she's moving a little bit gingerly, but like she's just trying to power her way through it.
Yep. As you like walk through the like the foyer for the motel, someone tries to offer you a complimentary mocktail because it's complimentary mocktail day. So yeah.
Gonna cry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're like, would you like a mock mojito? And then they're like, oh, you look fucked.
I take the mojito and like hold the glass to like a little bit of bruising on my face and continue on my way.
Yeah, enjoy your stay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, given that we're about ready for a break as far as time goes, do we do that and then like jump fully into downtime when we get back?
Sure.
I can go have a cry.
Oh, buddy. All right. Well, go get a tissue. We'll be back in a minute.